The title of this podcast is Deal with the Inside Before You Deal with the Outside. This mantra has been something that I have been practicing for at least the last 7+ years, and it has served me well. Anytime that I haven't used it or followed it, it's only led to suffering for me and others, and almost always created some kind of mess. I mean, not always large scale, but there has been something that didn't go as well as it could have had I followed this mantra. So I've learned to do it more and more and more. So what does it mean? It means that before I deal with anything that shows up in life on the outside, whether it's something at work that I deal with, interview, a deadline, a colleague who I may not be seeing eye to eye, we may not be meeting each other's expectations. They work differently than I do. You name it. Something within the family to where there is a family crisis that is taking place. There is, and personally, there is something that's happening related to my health or my finances. You name it. Anything that's on the external. Any of those things that if I work on myself first, to work on being peaceful first before I take any kind of action, it's almost always better. Now, I may not resolve the issue or achieve a desired outcome, but at least I will have been peaceful as I go about taking action, and that is a huge win. Think about anything that you have addressed. Let's say it's a family situation with a child, whether it's they're in a mental health crisis, or something that has to do with trouble in school or friend relationships or something that they're going through. If you have ever been reactive to it, resistant to what's going on, wishing it were different to the extent that it was informing the kind of action that you take, has it ever gone well or as well as it could have? It has not. Here's an example. You get a phone call that your child has had a fender bender or been involved in an accident that has resulted in the car being totaled. To rush out, agitated, frustrated, upset because maybe the child was somewhere where they didn't tell you they would be, or it's required you to be awakened in the middle of the night to go and deal with this flat tire or this car accident. The person who needs to show up to this situation is someone who's calm, who can handle the situation internally first before taking the next necessary action externally. Your child will benefit from it. Your relationship will be better from it. And you will probably take a better course of action that you normally would have. You know, I have a lot of friends who at Mayo Clinic who deal with patient care. And in dealing with these patient care situations, sometimes it doesn't go the way that you want it to go. There could be a delay in the medical records being updated. A patient isn't roomed on time. A physician is late coming to the room. You're waiting on continuing care because you're waiting on a phone call. You're waiting on something from the lab. You name it. There's a lot of situations that occur that are outside of your control. Your team that you normally perform the procedure with is not available. So you have another team that isn't experienced. And all those situations, they could cause a lot of stress. How much stress is up to you, depending on if you're dealing with what's happening inside before you go and tend to what's happening externally. And a more peaceful you is better for everyone. So I invite you, before you take on the next thing that shows up, and the great thing about this is life will continue to give you all many different things to practice this with, all the way until the day that you pass away. You will have ample opportunity to practice this. Some people say that I want to get really good at this right now, so I don't have to suffer over this until my last breath. Other people are like, nope, I'm going to keep doing it the way that I've been doing it. Okay, good luck with that. And continue to watch the quality of years be shaved off your life, as well as have a negative impact on relationships that you really need to have better experiences. But the choice is yours. So I encourage you, though, to try the former, to try dealing with what's on the inside before you go about the business of addressing or dealing with what's on the outside. It served me well.